Hi everyone! If your guitar sounds dull somehow or gets constantly out of tune, or if you just broke a string, it's time for restringing your instrument. There are tons of methods for putting new strings on a guitar, but I'm going to show you the one and only method that brings the best tuning stability and is surprisingly easy to do. We'll also quickly discuss what to do against easily snapping strings. My name is Rina and this channel is all about solving your gear-related problems so that you can concentrate on making music on your electric guitar. All the tools you will need for stringing are wire cutters and a set of strings, apparently. Additionally, you will need a cloth and either some lemon oil for dark fretboards or a bit of water for light fretboards. Take your new set of strings and sort every string in the right order. I've put the wrong string in the wrong spot for too many times and this has completely changed after I started doing this. Your set of strings is either packaged individually, like this Ernie Ball Super Slinky set, or it's color-coded, like this D'Addario set. The individual packages can be sorted just like that. For the color-coded strings, refer to the instructions on the back to sort them properly. The next step is to remove the lowest string. Removing all your strings at once drastically changes the tension on the neck and also on the truss rod. This little shock might lead to you having to do a full setup. Also, you don't want to lose your tailpiece for Gibson-style guitars. So just take off all the strings at once if you have to access the pickups, like for shielding them, or if you need to clean a really dirty fretboard. In case you need guidance on setting up your electric guitar, please check out this playlist. Tune the string down and when it's loose, take the wire cutters and snap it close to the bridge. If you're really afraid of breaking strings and ending up with none in your pocket, you could also not cut the string and pull it through the tiny holes of the packs and the bridge, but be very careful not to scratch the finish of your guitar. I've heard that old strings can be cooked, which removes most of the gunk. For all the bass players on a really tight budget, this could be worth it. Maybe. If you're interested in crazy things like this, please let me know in the comments, and I might try it. Now it's time to clean the fretboard. As I mentioned before, a damp cloth does the trick for lightwood fretboards like maple, because these have finish on them. For my trusty old Epiphone SG, I would use some lemon oil, but not too much because I don't want loads of it on my hands afterwards. By the way, if you love the smell of lemon oil as much as I do, please hit that like button. Especially on cheaper guitars, the saddles of the bridge can be really sharp and make your strings snap in an instant. The same goes for the string trees, so avoid too much pressure at these points, and this is why I always file them down slightly on guitars with cheap hardware. You can test for sharp edges with your fingernail by running it over the edge of the saddle and string tree. You'll instantly feel if the edge is sharp or not. With the saddles, be very careful and don't alter their shape, just gently smooth out. Especially on cheaper metals, this can be done with a wound string. Everything's ready for the new string. Take it and carefully unwind. It's a little under tension when rolled up like this and you don't want to poke your eye out. For Stratocasters, it's always a good idea to get rid of the back cover completely, because fiddling strings through here can be quite frustrating. However, this is how a Strat looks like under the back cover, and the strings need to go through the body like this, over to the other side, and to the nut. Floyd Rose tremolos are more complicated to handle and don't actually need to be specific about the way the string is wound around the pack, because it's clamped down by the locking nut, so we will leave it for another video. Gibson-style bridges like this are the easiest to get the string through. Just fiddle it through the tailpiece and run it over the bridge. For Telecasters with modern bridges like the Squier Affinity Telecaster, it's easier to bend the tip of the string and then try to insert. Vintage style tellies are either straightforward string through body or string through bridge. The next step is to prepare the pack. Turn it until it's facing parallel to the neck and feed the string through the hole. Take a look at the direction of the windings. The string should always be wound in the direction towards the pack, never the other way around, since this would cause unnecessary force on the nut. Don't cut the string off before winding it. Doing so only makes sense for vintage guitars with tuners like that, and we'll cover this in another video, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Here finally comes the speciality of this method. In order to achieve really good tuning stability, we want to clamp the string down with itself. In order to do this, hold the string in place, stabilize it at the nut, and place 3 fingers, or 4 if you have really small ones, and if they are huge, 2 of course, between the 12th fret and the string. While still holding the string in place on the nut, bend the loose end of the string into the direction where the string is going to be held. On a Gibson style guitar, this will be downwards for the first 3 strings and upwards for the second half. On Fender style guitars, it's always downwards. Push the loose end of the string under the fixated part like this and bend it again towards the direction you did previously. So here it's downwards again over the fixated part of the string. You have to hold the loose end while tuning up. Always keep tension on the string while doing that because you want a tight winding. Tune it up with a tuner, and then you can either take a cloth and run it over the string several times, like this, until it's warmed up, or stretch it like that. Naturally, the string will become flat afterwards, so make sure to retune it before putting on the next string. And this is it, first string done. The next strings follow the exact same procedure. Is this the way you put strings on your guitar too? Or is it even maybe the first time you're restringing ever? Please don't be shy and dare to connect with me and the other viewers in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching and see you next week. Bye!